NTS World's trending international news, latest astrology prediction, latest horoscope. Let's begin. Saturn Facts. What is Saturn and its significance in astrology? Try not to fear Saturn. Saturn is the most astounding of the multitude of planets in our planetary group, apparent to the unaided eye. It looks abnormal and delightful because of its rings which recognize it from different planets of our solar system. The name, Saturn, is sufficient to feel dread and fear among ordinary people. Presumably, Saturn is viewed as a malefic planet in Vedic astrology, yet this has been seen that a few people have ascended to the best stature during the time of Saturn. Then, at that point, how it tends to be viewed as absolutely an awful planet. Saturn as a reality of a planet of misfortunes, sicknesses, melancholy, demise, torments, messy appearance, partition, restriction, evilness, shortage, lethargy, hindrances, inconveniences, discipline, and so on forth. This is additionally a typical conviction that if Saturn comes in specific, explicit places of the diagram, it brings part of issues. When it disappears from these positions, it offers a hint of extraordinary alleviation. Saturn is the sluggish and peripheral planet of our solar arrangement of 9 planets far away from Earth. Is that being said, why do we fear it? Why is Saturn viewed as an unusual, mysterious, and strong planet? Saturn represents partition, and when its dasha or travel is malefic, he begins removing the everyday belongings and local needs to experience because of property matters, financial position, proficient front, connections including relationships and so on, and even genuine serenity. Saturn also gives bone infections like rheumatic, numeric, and joint torments. The individual may likewise feel unstable, stressed, and strained. These outcomes are further examined during Sati Sati, Kantak Shani, or Ashtam Shani. Why do we fear Saturn? We fear losing our assets or relationships, which we may have procured or gathered because of voracity, deceptive nature, awful karmas, or over-extravagance in ordinary and worldly life. Saturn is known as a judge and instructor. He keeps watch on us, and when his period begins, he settles the record of our karmas or deeds. Our awful karmas and contemplations get gathered over the period. Saturn adjusts something similar and removes our effects. Saturn shows us that we experience self-acknowledgement and the worth of arduous work by enduring a great deal. The benevolent, fair, disengaged, and God-dreading individuals barely deal with any issue during the time of Saturn. Mars makes an individual solidified criminal when one faces enduring difficulties. Be that as it may, Saturn makes an individual unadulterated via sufferings, torments, tragedies, and anguish. One should help the poor and down-trampled to keep Saturn great. The accompanying mantra has been viewed as beneficial when the different position of the Saturn in the outline makes an issue in the existence of an individual. Shani mantra should be the best solution for averting malefic aftereffects of Saturn. Bij mantra is Om Praam Preem Pram Sahshanishcharaye Nama. This mantra ought to be presented day by day on a rosary of Rudraksha somewhere multiple times. Please like and subscribe NTS blog.